through when the growth look good on you. Best believe they wanna screw now. I've been trying to climb, devil threw me in the dark. Baby, don't be insecure, you can still go make a mark like blow. Could never let them drain my soul now. Blow. Tables turning like doorknobs, wow. Blow. I think I'm about to set sail. I'm a walking, living legend, walking with my chest out. Life keeps dealing me cards, I keep feeling it.
What's happening, people? Yo, we are back in the building. Big up everybody inside. Big up those who are watching, of course, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you're watching, man. Just head on over to YouTube, smash that like button. Guys, it is hot. And you already know when it comes to the UK, bro, this heat is not the one at all. Like, I'm in a vest that tells you everything that you guys already need to know. Like, it is baking out here, absolutely baking. Of course, we're here to talk England. Last group game done and dusted. Obviously, I'm joined today by Harris. Potentially, we might have some more people jumping in later on, but I don't want to make this one too long. I'll keep it real with you guys. It's hot. England annoy me. I'm not trying to get even hotter as it is. I'll be so real with you. But guys, please make sure you're smashing that like button and keep the comments flying in. Before I get to the chat and before I pick up everybody who's inside at this current moment in time, Harris, man, chat to the people, man. How are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Stressful watch for me for both games. Obviously, Netherlands lost it yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
I saw that.
England, yeah, they're just boring, man. So boring to watch.
Nah, that's facts, man. That's actually facts, man. We'll get into that in a second. Guys, I think Enns he might be jumping in, so he'll probably be able to tell you himself. What's all that noise? Oh, yeah, he'll be able to tell you himself, but I think he's got a stream later on, but I'll try and redirect straight over to his channel straight afterwards. Big up Scraps, of course, in the building, my bro. Hope you're doing well. Big up Steve as well, guys. Please make sure you head on over to Strasbourg Steve and subscribe to his channel. I fell asleep 5 minutes into the England game yesterday. Best decision I've ever made. Yeah, I'll be real. Like, you know what it is, yeah? The problem for England, you know when you got these summer tournaments, it's hot, bro. Like, it's hot. So I don't want to be falling, like, watching boring football because I'm just going to end up falling asleep during the game. And that's kind of what was starting to happen as I was watching the game. I was like, this is so boring. It is unfreaking believable. Big up Stevie saying smash the like button as well. Harris, man, of course, England drew 0-0. They're top of the group. So they go through as the group winners. So, you know, there's the I know, but let's deal with the positive side first. They obviously go through as the group winners, meaning that I can't remember exactly all the teams that they avoid, and I think we'll find out more later on today, actually after the fixtures. But I think they avoid like the France, the Italies, the Germanys, and things like that.
No, I don't think they avoid Italy. I think they don't avoid. They could get Italy. So like I'm hearing that they could get the Netherlands. But I heard about the Netherlands. They have to play, if they beat the Netherlands, they have to play Italy or Switzerland.
Oh,
but they do avoid France, Portugal, Spain.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. So they avoid the big hitters, the big hitters. Obviously outside of Spain, but I mean outside of Netherlands. But you know they could potentially avoid all of those teams. And I guess, as I said before, we will find out later on today a bit more as to who England's opponents will be. And I believe the game will be on Sunday. To my knowledge, I think the game will be on Sunday itself. All right, that's the positive, because that's the only positive that I can take away from the game. Talk to me about the game, bro. Just a little general overview before we obviously dive into like a couple players and stuff like that. But like, yeah, just the game in general, bro. Like, how did you kind of see it? Obviously, I've got the lineup here. The only change he did make was taking obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold out of the team, putting in Conor Gallagher, and it was the same team as we've seen throughout this tournament. Chat to me, man.
I think it was. I think there was only one good pattern of play from England, which was the offside goal through Saka, and I think the rest of it was kind of like that. Like when some of the England players received the ball, it's almost like, what do I do with it?
Mm.
For example, your Trippiers, your Declan Rices, Gallagher, Walker. There's no one in that team that knows their role.
Yeah.
But then when you look at the other teams, like Austria, yeah, the way how they were popping the ball in the first half, it was unbelievable. Yeah, everyone knew their role in that team. But England, they can't play ball like that. I mean, like through Southgate. So I think the game as a whole, it's just the same as the other two. It was just poor. Yeah, they'll have one little moment, but then the overall game is just poor. There's no end product with the team. It's just typical England.
Nah, man, I agree. I actually agree, man. It's mad, yeah, because there's different ways to unpack this, and I feel like maybe over the next couple of days, like maybe I'll do a couple more videos like talking about England and the way that they can unpack this. But one thing I will say before I go into it is, you see, and big him up, because obviously I had this conversation with on Enza's channel the other day, and we're talking about Declan Rice, right? And obviously I was saying, no, he's a good player, blah blah blah, and this, that, and the third. But you see Dec, yeah. You see, when you come out talking to the media and you're talking all this wickedness and etc., which by the way, you have every right to do, my bro. Like, yeah, I mean, if you feel like people are kind of coming at your lot's performances and whatever, bro, you have every right to be able to respond. I ain't got no beef with that whatsoever. But you see, when you stink the way that you've been stinking these last 3 games and that, and not just you, the whole team. See, when you lot have been stinky, yeah, that this is where people will always have a problem. This is where people will always start saying, bro, the best thing for you to do, just shut up and just play the game. Play the game, do your talking on the pitch. Unfortunately, you guys ain't even doing the talking on the pitch. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's where people are going to have beef, with, this whole criticizing and etc., because the reality is, not just Declan, by the way, this is the whole team as a whole, players and manager, you've stunk. Like, you've been one of 2, if I push the boat out 3, but I'll say 2 that I can think of off the top of my head, worst teams I've seen this tournament. And it's so mad because you top the group. And that's where I say that's where the positive comes. But if you're gonna sit here and try and do the, like I said, the wicked and bad type of chitter chatter, and yeah, the fans have been calling for this and they want that, and etc., then your performances need to kind of match that. And at the moment, you're all stinking up the joint and you're talking the most. But these times you look shit. So, you know what I mean? It's not really making too much sense in it. So that's why I feel like with England players, I know obviously you got to do media duties. You've got to speak out to the media and stuff like that. And obviously fans, they want to hear certain things and etc. But sometimes I think people will respect you guys more if you're a little bit more honest, instead of just kind of lying, like as if to say that we're not all watching the same games. That I think it's almost that patronizing kind of feeling at times, I feel, with football players in a general sense. Managers do it as well. Managers do it quite a lot, where you almost feel like they're patronizing you, as if to say we're not all watching the same thing. Like, we're literally all watching the same thing. You know it, we know it, they know it, whoever, everybody knows it. You guys stink, and the way that you're playing stinks right now. So to come out and start doing all this wicked and bad chat and whatever, which, like I said, has every right to do, yeah, you're gonna keep getting criticism, unfortunately. So if you don't like it, do you know what you need to do? You can do. That's where you guys do your talking on the pitch, right? So don't be sensitive, don't cry about it. Just go out there and perform. And until you do that, people are gonna continuously keep coming at you, and that's the difference between good teams and great teams, because they go out there and they do their talking on the pitch and they mix everything they need to mix it with, and then they go out there and get the victories that they need to obviously get. But obviously that's just on that in a general sense. Big up everybody, of course, in the chat. Kerry Richards is saying Kane was shite. Yep, he was absolutely crap. Tony saying people are suggesting Saka at left back before logically playing the left winger Gordon at left wing. I hear it. TBG, big up, man. He says smash the likes. Big up, my bro, man. Hope you're doing well. Steve saying sorry, go on.
I was thinking this yesterday. I was speaking to my friend, and based on like the whole group stage, I was thinking, what would I do if I'm Southgate for the rest of the tournament? And I was thinking, would you play Rice as an 8? Like how he plays for Arsenal in that left 8, where he has the license to get forward? Because I think the ball progression from the pivot, whether that's Trent or Gallagher or and Rice, I think it's poor. So I was thinking like probably like someone like a Wharton could play in that 6 role, like how he plays for Palace. He plays in a pivot in a 3-4-2-1. So I was thinking he has the qualities of a midfielder. I think he can play in the solo 6 role, and then you have Bellingham and Rice as the 8s. And then I was thinking for the back 4, you could put Gomez at left back and Trent at right back to make it balanced. And I feel like it will be more of a balanced team. And then if Trent inverts, he's next to Wharton. Stones comes out to the right. You may need to switch Gurhey and Stones, but so Trent will come into midfield, sit next to Wharton, and then you've got Bellingham and Rice, who's further forward. Do you think that could work for England? And then you got Gordon on the left as well.
I think my main thing with England isn't necessarily the personnel, so to speak. I don't like what you're saying. I've got no problem with that, bro. Listen, try anything right now. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm on trying anything. So if what you're saying is where you put obviously Wharton into that 6th position, potentially putting Gomez at the left back, Trent right back, whatever, bro, I'm with you. Like, I'm with anything at this current moment in time if it means there's going to just be a change. My issue isn't even really though the personnel, and this is where Southgate is going to take a lot more of the flack than the players, because stylistically, tactically, whatever, however you want to put it, what England are doing at this current moment in time is a lot worse than what the players are actually doing themselves. Now, like I say, the players are not blameless in this. I can't like. We can crash on the manager and we can do that, not a problem. But the players have to take blame, bro. They have to take some ounce of blame, because they are also the ones on the pitch who are still stinking it up regardless. They're still the ones who are playing shit regardless. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm like, as much as I think Gareth Southgate is a crap manager, I'm pretty sure what he's probably thinking or trying to do, I just feel like the players are just not actually doing it themselves. But this is where I'm a little bit torn, so to speak, in terms of where does most of that blame lie? Because we all talk about the manager and the star, and again, like I say, he deserves all of the hate and whatever that he's gonna get, because I don't really understand what it is. But these players, some of these players that we're calling best player in this position, and this guy is one of the best in the world at that. Yeah, well, they're not showing me anything. They're not showing me anything whatsoever. It's as if they've just said, hey man, hey look, the gaffer told me to do this, so I'm gonna just do this. Like, come on now, man. I know it's not just a fully at that kind of situation. So it's both. It's both. Obviously, Southgate will take most of the blame, and I do think that's correct. But on the flip side, I am seeing a lot of these players not really playing to their kind of potential. Like, the team just seems like it's kind of, I don't know. They seem tired, lethargic. Again, whose fault is that? I don't really know, but yeah, it's one of those things. But what you're saying in terms of the players and bringing Wharton in and Gomez, all of this kind of stuff, bro, I'm so good with it. Like, I've got no problem with doing any of that, if I'm being 100% honest with you. But whether it'll work or not under Southgate, again, I don't really know. TBG saying Southgate was talking like we should be grateful. Yes, I know this is the problem. This is always going to be the problem that England will have, is that it's always the problem that I've had with Liverpool and like Liverpool fan base and the way that we speak. Like, I don't want to revert back to that too much, but like it's very similar, because you talk from a place of, well, you should just be grateful. Oh, it's calm. Yeah, even though this guy doesn't hit you as much as the last guy, you should be grateful at that. What? Bro, I don't want that at all. I don't need that at all. Did you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's the exact same thing when I think about like the way Gareth Southgate spoke, yesterday, in terms of, he almost seemed like he was dumbfounded by some of the criticism that he was getting. And I was like, dumbfounded, like, in terms of, the way what he was saying. I was like, Are you not watching the same games? Because in one breath you're saying there's more to come. You got players. Anthony Gordon said it yesterday. John Stone said it yesterday after the game in terms of they know the team need to improve. But then in the other breath, you seem baffled at why people are obviously. Listen, I don't want to incite any violence or stuff like that. I heard people dashing, beers and stuff like that here. All of that stuff is just extra. But you almost seem baffled by it, and I'm like, you got to understand, you got a very good crop of players at your disposal, and the way you're playing. Teams like Slovenia, with no disrespect to Slovenia, absolutely none whatsoever, but teams like Slovenia are looking like, yeah, you know what, we could take England, Is that really where, like, I'm not trying to say England are the best international team because I don't think that they are, and I don't think they're even in the top 5. But are you realistically trying to say that teams like Slovenia are looking at these games and saying, hey, you know what, we can really take these guys? That shouldn't really be the case. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Let me bring Enns in the building, man. Big up,
Yes. What are you saying, bro? Can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah, loud and clear, man. Loud and clear.
Yeah, no, it's not too loud in that. But yeah, I'm listening in, bro. I saw your poll, man. Hey, now I voted. That's dumb still. I hear the madness or the method to the madness, because obviously we brought obviously I don't want to go too far ahead in the stream, but obviously we brought a unfit left back, and I guess we need to fix that issue. That's why I think you've put that poll up. But yeah, man. He just about can attack, bro. Now you want to transition him back into it? Nah, man. Let the man live, G, bro. Let him live, bro.
No. You know what's mad, yeah? I only put that poll up because you've seen it anyway, or you've glanced at it today on social media. You see the way these Arsenal fans are talking about Ian Wright. I thought that was a club legend,
What are they saying? I didn't even know. I don't know.
Bro, the some of the things I'm seeing is, like, there was a word that was used, begins with a C and ends with an N, that was used. You can probably read between the lines. Cool. So that word has been used, but again, it's the connotations and stuff like that in and around. People are not necessarily even using that word, but they're saying stuff in and around that
along that line,
that fall along that kind of line. And the way that like, bro, man just said, you know what, maybe and the thing is, I'm like what Enn said, it's dumb. Like, if I was to vote on the poll, I would say, yeah, it's a dumb idea. But I'm not gonna, like, it wasn't so wild where he said, yeah, let me put Trent up front as an example, like as a stupid example. Yeah, it wasn't so mad what he said, but the way the Arsenal, and by the way, this isn't any other fan base, this is like everyone else kind of just listened to it, heard it, and was like, bro, that's silly, man. Like, nah, I wouldn't do that. Like, we should sort something out. Bro, Arsenal fans are the ones turning on him. It's not even anyone else. They're turning on him themselves. So that's why I was like, rotted. Like, was it such a bad? Like, I get that you guys don't think it's a great idea, but Jesus Christ.
It's trending on Twitter right now. It says Saka.
Yeah, it's trending. Yeah.
Is it trending?
10.7k posts.
Bro,
Saka left back.
Yeah. Or if you just type in Saka, I think it should just come up. Big up Steve. He's saying, how the F are professional footballers and managers letting this stuff bother them? Bunch of babies. Yeah, this is the new era that we live in, though, man. That's one thing I will say about the old school era, or the previous generations and stuff like that. As much as you want to say about how, technology and social media and things like that have, what we say, advanced and moved on, and the way that everything is now, one thing I will say about them, like, that they get right, and they got right, was that these men weren't no babies, though. You think man like Roy Keane and man like Vieira, or Steven Gerrard, or Paul, like, you think any of the Paul Scholes? I barely even saw this guy do interviews. Why? Because these type of people, bro, man's not talking. I'm doing the talking on the football pitch. These guys are spending so much time doing media stuff, media. And then when your performance stinks, you turn around and you act confused. That's the bit that I get annoyed with, because I'm like, but you stink and you've been stinky. So why are you, like, why don't you understand that? Like, you've been talking the hardest. It's like Enn's coming up on here now and telling everybody, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. Yeah, I'm this type of baller. I'm whatever. Man, get on a picture of Enns for 2 seconds. Bro, man, just rubbished out.
I like how you had to use me, bro. You could have used someone else, bro.
There's only 3 of us on here, and I didn't want to put
just use Harris, bro, man.
Nah, I'm all right. But it's these kind of little things. Or if I said that, if I was starting to tell people, like, like, oh yeah, bro, no, bro, I'm a baller. What do you mean? I'm like, bro, I'm a serious baller. And you saw man on the pitch, and you're like, brother, you got worse touch than Nunes. Yeah, I'm never gonna live it down, bro. And I deserve that. I deserve that. But these guys don't seem like. It's like they don't understand. It's like it doesn't correlate to them. Like, why are they? Why are people so angry at at what's going on? It's like, bro, because you've been stinky, man. And it's getting to the point now where you've got, if everybody's saying something, someone must be crazy. Someone, either me, Enns, and Harris must be all crazy, and England players must be all right, and the pundits must be all crazy as well, and the fans must be all crazy, the ones who have paid to go out to Germany and etc. Everyone must be crazy right now, because we're all saying the same thing. You man stink. But clearly you guys don't think that. You man think, nah, but we topped the group though, so we must be all right. I don't really know, man.
Let's stop everyone in the chat as well, by the way, guys. I forgot to even say hello to you guys, and obviously big up Harris as well, man.
No, it's all good. Yeah. It's all good. I'll get through a couple of these comments and then I'll get the guys' thoughts on a couple of the players. TBG, Pickford is a big issue on the ball, by the way, in the first phase. Nah, I hear it. Gary Richards saying England are poorly coached. Where's Eze, Tony, Watkins? Wharton can't buy a sandwich in the bloody team. Yeah, bro. Like, sometimes I think, why do you even bring these guys? I'm actually happy now Kwanzaa didn't go. I heard Connor Gallo Dog was horrible and contributed nothing besides some fouls. Yeah, we'll talk about him in a sec. Tony saying, we see Rice have no issue in build-up for Arsenal. I was watching him at times run back and forth, demanding the ball to get fizzed into him, but the likes of Pickford, Trippier, Walker were very slow on the ball. Bro, I'm confused as to how Walker even stayed on the pitch. Dustin Palmer balled out. He was all right. He's saying, guys, I thought Palmer did okay, but his impact was largely overstated. Both him and Saka tried to connect and link play, but Bellingham and Kane can't trap the ball for some reason. Sloppy passes, loose touches. Yeah, I agree. I feel like the way people spoke about Palmer's performance, you would have thought he played like Ronaldinho in his prime or something. Trent, Gomez, Mainu, Gordon need to play. Definitely agree. I think all of them should play. Enny, big up, bro. If you're free, my guy, I will send you the link. Yeah, Steve, I'll send you the link now as well. And let's see.
Big up.
Sunderland saying, yeah, fans have overreacted, but I do think Ian's timing was off. He kind of threw Saka under the bus. I don't think he did. I'll be honest. I don't think he actually threw him under the bus, man. I think, and again, I don't know, but and I guess Ian Wright's probably going to come out with some type of video at some point today. I think he was just talking. He was looking at it, in my opinion, for balance, because he looked at it like this: England have no other left-footed fullback. Luke Shaw's the only one, and he's injured. The only other left back you've got is Joe Gomez, and he's right-footed. So you're kind of going to have the same issues that you have with Trippier as you do with that you will with Gomez anyway. So he just looked at it as, guess what? Just put someone who is left-footed just for the time being in that position, and you may get a little bit more balance. Saka can get up the field. He can affect play in that position. Again, and I'm only guessing because I don't know. And like I said, Wright can talk for himself. But in my opinion, when I heard that, he was just talking about the balance of the team. He felt like there isn't any when you've got a right-footed player playing left back. He can see where it's going to become an issue, but it is what it is. TBG, my issue with the Saka thing is I feel like when England don't perform, Saka or Trent is the first people they go at. Why is no one talking about the likes of Kane, Bellingham, Foden? It's mad. Yeah, Kane, shit. Bellingham, shit. Foden, shit. Bit better, but shit. They were all shit, and they've been shit this entire tournament. Man's tired of watching these players, and Kane's been doing up, scoring however many goals he scored this whole season. And I'm watching him and I'm just like, brother, you look like literally two different players. Like you look like and no disrespect to him, you look like that Hungarian striker, the big the big brother that they've got.
That's a pro clubs, Donny.
Yeah.
He's a pro club simulator, bro. He's not.
Yeah, but even him, I look at him and I'm like, you know what? Good hold up play. He's strong. He got strength. He ain't gonna be able to get about the pitch, but calm. I reckon if I put him in front of goal, probably be able to finish. Right now, Kane's just looking like some false DM right now. To be fair, I saw a fan yesterday on TV answering, should Southgate be replaced mid-tournament? And he said yes. Yeah, it's getting to that point. Breaking news online, Arsenal fans for the 10 billionth time get emotional over Bukayo Saka, a man who doesn't know who doesn't know they exist and wouldn't condone any of the nonsense they are saying. Yeah, no, bro, Player FC is always out in full force anyway, man. But I'll go to you, Harris, first, and then I'll go on to you, Enns. Cool. Obviously, he made the change yesterday. He brought in this man, one of the best, midfielders that this country's ever produced, one of the best players in the Premier League, one of the best midfielders actually around Europe, to be fair, and that's Conor Gallagher. Chat to me, bro, because man ended up taking him off at half time.
I thought you was trolling. No, when you was giving those things, was you being serious? Because I thought you was trolling. Sorry.
I'm going based off of what Gareth Southgate. I'm trying to get into the mind of Gareth Southgate, because if I don't think like he does, I start. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I'm trying to be fair. So,
sorry.
Best central midfielder at Chelsea, better than the likes of the Enzos, the Caicedos. Absolutely important. He's captain of Chelsea, by the way, his boyhood club. Playing for England now. Harris, man, chat to me about his performance yesterday, because I thought it was really, really good.
I think he was. I think he was average. I think it was really average. Gave the ball away a couple of times. He did go in an advanced position. Like at times, England looked like a 4-1-4-1. The pressing was probably better than before, but then again, you're just throwing in just energy, just pure energy. There's no tech. There's no brain, as I think Paul Scholes said about Gallagher. And then getting hooked at half time, it's like what was the whole point of you even playing him? Dropping Trent, then you're gonna put in Gallagher, then you hook him at half time. Southgate is a man with no ideas, and it's like he should have had his whole team set way before in the friendlies. He's saying that he's tweaking. You shouldn't really be tweaking in the tournament.
No, I agree. I agree, man. I agree. What about yourself, Enns, man? Obviously, Trent was the one who ended up getting dropped for this guy. As I said, one of the best central midfielders in the Premier League. Got great running stats. Can cover space really well. Pressing, excellent. Just what you need in this tournament, because that's what England have been missing. Played yesterday, and I thought, 45 minutes. That was probably an 8 or 9 out of 10. What about yourself, man?
Maybe we was watching the game differently, G. I don't know, but as the gaffer said, we press better. I can only go by what the gaffer said, G. Exactly. I am now going to stop watching games with my own eyes. I'm going to go and listen to what Southgate said. He said we press better. I sat and watched the whole game, and I literally, no, bro. I saw this man give away the ball twice in transition, nearly cost us a goal. No, after that, I'm like, he just kept falling over. After that, every time he got the ball, he tried to keep it as simple as possible. There was moments when he just disappeared. I was like, hold on a minute, is there only Declan Rice in here? And there was moments when they both disappeared. I'm like, where's the two holders? Where's the two men that's meant to be sitting in front of the back line, especially in the first half? But the manager said we pressed better yesterday, G. So I'm going to go by what the manager said. The reason why he dropped Trent was because obviously he would allow us to press this team better. I don't know why we need to press a team that's going to be sitting in a low block. I don't understand that. I think you need more creators, but that's just me. Obviously, I look at football differently to the England manager, and obviously, just right. He's the England manager. He gets paid the big bucks at the biggest stages in the big stadiums and big competitions. So we press better, G. Perfect replacement.
We miss Phillips.
Yeah, listen, man. Like
we miss Phillips.
I don't know what more I could even say, like, without sounding like, and the thing is, I'm trying not to be like too disrespectful. Do you know what I mean? With this whole, like, with Southgate and stuff like that. But bro, you dropped a guy to play another guy. No problem with that. Actually, like,
exactly.
I've got no beef with that. You then sub that same guy that you dropped the other guy for a next guy to do. I don't even really know, because I don't feel like Mainu did anything
exactly the same thing.
And this was my issue, and this is why I say I feel like well, England fans, you're starting to head down a road where you're like, you see anything that looks remotely pleasing, we jump on it straight away. So with the Palmer situation, everyone was getting gassed. I didn't feel like Palmer did it that much, to be honest with you. Like, in fact, I probably felt like he was probably as good as Saka. So was it really that much? Probably not. Cool. Mainu is a different type of player to Gallagher. So if it's because he is the one that's gonna look nicer on the ball and etc., fairs. I get all of that. But if it's to actually say that you thought Mainu was levels above Gallagher and whatnot, then nah, I'm here to tell you he was not. And that's not a disrespect to Mainu, by the way, because I think he's a good player. I'm just saying that we're overstating so much what some of these players are actually doing that it is starting to get to the point now where you're just like, bruh, like we're taking anything right about now. We're literally taking anything because we're so starved of what we, you know, kind of want to see. But the fact that Gallagher, you know, got subbed off after 45 minutes, the only thing that I found, or the thing that I found the funniest was, and big up Enny, by the way, for joining in. The thing that I found the funniest about Southgate switching Gallagher was that, like, you brought Mainu on, and I was just like, okay, so what's he gonna do though? Because he's gonna do the same thing that you told Gallagher to do, just look nicer on the ball though. Like, he's black, he's got dreads and them thing there. Maybe it looks different, the way his hair flows. I don't know, but I feel like he's gonna do the same thing that Gallagher's doing. In fact, you're probably even gonna lose a level of intensity without Gallagher. So I didn't really understand the play, but Enny, for you, man, obviously. Looking at the whole Gallagher, Trent, Mainu, whatever situation, bro, like, how did you kind of see it, obviously, with the game, how it kind of went, and obviously how shit England were yesterday, man?
Yeah, no, when it comes to the Gallagher-Trent situation, I was in the camp of, I don't think Trent's a midfielder. And obviously I was using the two performances for England as proof that he can't play in midfield. But then when I've seen the performance yesterday without Trent in midfield, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give Trent another chance. Even though I don't think he's a midfielder, no one's looking good under Gareth Southgate. So I can't just single out Trent and say, you know what, Trent, you can't be a midfielder when we're seeing midfielders not even playing well in midfield. For example, Declan Rice, Conor Gallagher didn't play particularly well. Like you were saying, Mainu was all right when he came on, nothing special. But no one's really, I can't sit here and say, well, Trent's not playing out of this well, therefore he can't be a midfielder if no one else is playing. If everyone else is playing well and Trent was playing shit, then cool, fair enough. So yeah. I'm gonna calm down on Trent for a little bit. I'm gonna say, even though I don't think you're a midfielder, I'm willing to give you some more chances under Arne Slot if that's what he wants to do. But more specifically on England, Gareth Southgate is just a shit manager, man. Like, and it's funny because before this tournament, I was like not a supporter of him, but I was saying, you know what, we need to give him his credit, man. Like, he got to a Euros final, got to a World Cup semi-final. He's done a lot more than some of the most recent England managers, but this tournament has just shown me, man, he's clueless, man. He's clueless, man. Honestly, bro, you put Walker left back in the end, and then Trent right back. You only take like one recognized left back who's not even fit, bro. Like, it's actually just all over the place. Like, after 20 minutes of that game yesterday, I was just like, you know what? I can already tell England aren't scoring. Like, you can just tell, like, it wasn't fluid. There's no like real patterns of play. Everyone just looks disjointed. No one really looks confident. I think I saw Bellingham throwing his arms about a little bit as well in the game, and that sense of togetherness doesn't really, even though like it looks from the outside as if it may be there, like the interview from Declan Rice suggests that there may be a sense of togetherness, but what I'm seeing on the pitch just doesn't really seem like, it's just like they're playing as individuals. Everyone's just doing their own thing. They're not really playing as a team, man. So it's just disappointing to see. I'm not even an England fan anyway, but I would still like to see England do well in it, just for the English players in it. I don't really have anything against them. I think Cole Palmer needs to start personally, because he came on for 20 minutes yesterday, and he done more than what players have done in 2 games. Like, he done more than Foden, in my opinion. He done more than what Foden done in 2 games in about 20 minutes. I'm not saying he was superb, but you can see there was intent there. He wanted to beat his man. He wanted to create. Whereas the other players are just a bit more like, well, I'm just going to keep it ticking. You can tell like Cole Palmer wants to make something happen. So I'd start him personally next game. But yeah, man, just disappointed overall, man. Disappointed overall. I don't know how much more I can say on that, man. Disappointed.
Big up, K-Mac. Love for joining us this afternoon.
Big up.
Chat to me, man. Just England in general.
I'm gonna come at it from a different angle, because I obviously see like a lot of negativity and Southgate this and Southgate that, but no, I think we all have to understand that Southgate's a defender, like, and he wasn't very good, and he wasn't a great manager either, to be fair. And all Southgate's really experienced with England is heartbreak. So what he's achieving with England now is the polar opposite of what he achieved himself. So in his eyes, he thinks he's doing a fantastic job. And as far as I'm concerned, look, England are really crap to watch, and they have been for a very, very long time. Like if there's international matches on at the same time as England, I'm probably watching the other game, if I'm honest. And I'm an England fan as well, because obviously I want us to win. But England haven't been good to Liverpool, and they never have. Yeah. So I don't really care. Like if Trent just hangs up his boots and goes, I'm not playing for England again, like, great. Like, when our players don't get called up, I'm like, great. Like, you know, they don't have to go through that. You know, we had 2 years out of Gomez because he kept on getting injured. Oxlade-Chamberlain's career was pretty much ruined at Liverpool because of England. You know, in the past, Robbie Fowler, you know, we can go all the way through history with England and Liverpool players, and the Steven Gerrard conundrum with Lampard, you know, just because of England. But for me, if we win every game 1-0 or draw 0-0 up until the knockouts and then win 1-0 and it's a crap game, but we win the cup, are you really that bothered? Like, really? In grand scheme of things?
No,
like,
that's a point.
It's a trophy. Like, are you bothered if Liverpool do that in cups?
No,
like,
it's a very, very fair point.
I just think as fans, we just expect too much. Like, I'm just happy with the win.
No, but I don't think beating Slovenia is expecting too much, though. We should be beating Slovenia. Well, I say we, I'm not even an England fan, but they should be beating Slovenia.
Everybody. We should be beating everybody with the team we've got. But
I don't know about everybody. I don't know.
Nah, but that statement comes from that naivety about we think that we have a good team. There's other ballers around the world that, because I'm not going to say we because I'm not a part of it, but man, we don't watch enough football to understand half of these players that we don't rate, these Serbian players, Slovenian players. Some of these men play in top teams in Europe. Because you don't watch these players, you don't think that they're good. Their left back and their right back was on smoke yesterday.
Yeah, they were.
They locked up a whole wing play, bro. All this overlap and all that. Carl Walker was running the ball off of the pitch like he was doing 200 meters. No one cares, bro. Just put the ball in the box, innit? I don't understand why, bro. It's just naivety a bit, man. Like, as England, we have more Champions League teams, but nah, man, should be beating these teams.
But we did have probably the third best goalkeeper in the world as well.
Like third.
No.
Oblak. Yeah, we didn't test him though. We hardly tested him. I keep on saying.
I thought we meant England. I was like,
we never tested him. The best chance.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so funny because I forgot that they had Oblak. Because I was like, oh, shit, they got Oblak.
This is going to be a longer game. I knew man was like, exactly. Shesko's, bro. They've got ballers in their team, bro. It's just we just think, because we've got Foden and we've got Bellingham's and all these man, we should just go and turn up and win. Nah, football don't work like that. There's ballers out there. It's just you don't watch them, so you don't rate them. Tell me one thing did we even get past the right back once, bro?
Right, he was on the left. No, Foden wasn't attacking his.
No.
Was only
I can't remember the Donny's name, bro. I was talking to my son about it. I'm like, bro, look at what he's from the first minute in the game. The first touch, I was like, nah, he's cold. And then he literally dropped the shoulder past Trippier and someone else, and then left them, cut inside the midfield, played a 1-2. I'm like, this is going to be a long day because this man not only can defend, he can play ball. Man.
And I think a bit big up Angel. He's talking about Austria here, and this is where I agree because obviously they've got like a clear identity, and I think we can all kind of see that in terms of their pressing, their intensity. But it's not just them though. It isn't just them. Like, there are a lot of teams, and I think where I agree with UK Mac in what you said in terms of, would you be that bothered if the team ended up just winning it? Probably not in the grand scheme of things. You'd be like, it is what it was. We stunk it up, but we did what we needed to do. Fair enough, cool, not a problem. On the flip side, I think people are going to struggle to even see that And again, it's going to be a seeing is believing, because you're watching England right now and you're like, you like, forget how good you are, how great you are. Forget all of that. Like, I'm just talking, can you just have an identity? How about we just start there? Have an identity as a team, and then people can at least believe in that. You might not necessarily have to believe in every player in the team, because as we've seen with other teams, they may not have the high profile names of a Phil Foden or a Saka or Harry Kane. Okay, that's fine. But they've all got good enough players within a team identity, which allows them to be able to play, as we saw Austria beating Netherlands yesterday. That wasn't because the Netherlands played so poorly. No, Austria were actually good in the game, like, and they've been good this entire tournament. In the games that in all the 3 games that I've seen them play, they've actually been good. These times they're knocking about with Arnautovic up top. Arnautovic, you know.
Austria have a better manager than England as well, for being honest. I swear it's Ralph Rangnick that's managing them.
Yeah. No,
they've got one.
Hey, shout out to Savage, man. Savage mentioned them from early, bro.
He said one of the youngest teams.
Yeah, he said that they're going to be a problem, bro. People keep dissing them, and watch what they're going to do. First game, it's long, bro.
Yeah, I wanted Ralph as our sporting director. That's who I would have. For Liverpool, yeah.
Hey, right now, he like teams like that
are just director a thing, didn't he, Ralph? A long time ago.
Yeah, but it's just like, if you look to Austria's team right now, and this is at me as well. If I showed you Austria's starting 11 yesterday, I'm pretty sure we'd probably be able to pick out between us about 3 players that we could be like, oh yeah, him, like off the cup, Sabitzer, Arnautovic, Lima. That's about 3 players that off the top of the head. The rest you'll be like, oh, I think he plays, like, you wouldn't really know. So again, it's not about necessarily, you don't always necessarily have to have the best players. I'm trying to all these, like, the pundits are so fascinated with this. Oh, we need to try and get all the best players onto the pitch so that we can forget all of that, bro. You just need an identity in the team. Start off with that first, and everything else will follow. So even if it means you can't play Harry Kane up top because he just doesn't suit what England need to do. Okay, Harry Kane, you're dropped. Watkins, come in. Tony, come in. Whoever it is. Gordon, guess what? Foden, piss off. This ain't Pep Guardiola. You're not around Bernardo Silva and KDB and Haaland and all these, man. Guess what? You piss off. Gordon, you play left wing. Saka, you're not really doing anything other than running into shins. You're not really offering us anything. Guess what? Let's play Cole Palmer in there. Like, these are just all examples. Trent, you know what? I'm going to play you in midfield. When I put you in midfield, I'm going to get you runners so that you can play the ball to somebody. So you're not fucking doing 5-yard passes that, like, this is Barca tiki-taka 09. Like, forget all of that. Let's get you doing what you're really good at. And this is the problem that I think England are continuously going to have. That's why when you're watching games like yesterday, and I know England, John Stones and Harry Kane and Southgate, for what I heard after the game, I know they're saying England can get better. I fucking hope so, my bro. Because if this is the best that you got to produce it. Yeah, go.
Can I just roll it back? And you're going to laugh at this, but I think it's completely true. I genuinely believe that Southgate really, really misses Henderson and Maguire, and he doesn't know what to do without them.
Well, he said Phillips as well, isn't he? He misses Phillips as well.
Like, seriously, like, we look completely like I've never seen us so bad with set pieces. Like, at least with England, you're going to get a set piece. Like, there's a really good chance you'll score most of your goals in the tournament from set pieces as England, because we were just deadly, and that was because of Maguire. And the leadership. Where is the leadership? Like, the players are now all sulking because they've never been. The players have never had the media on their case under Southgate. They just haven't. And Jamie Carragher really sums it up in an interview that he did. He literally said, "I always got stick off the media. Like, we always got stick off the media. Like, the England team. These guys have never experienced it, and now they're getting it, and they're all sulking around, and you can tell." And they need someone like a Henderson to just grab them all and go, just fucking get on with it, will yous? Like, you big prima donnas, you know. But we have got an identity, and someone just wrote it in the chat. We have got an identity. We've got an identity of just not conceding goals. Like, that's our identity, is to be defensively strong. Like, we haven't really conceded many big chances. Pickford's had to do very little. And the only goal we conceded was a bit of a screamer. Like, and that's it. Like, if that's the identity, that's it. Because Southgate is a defensive-minded manager, and unfortunately, we've got a lot of attacking players, which he's just not going to get a tune out of, because he doesn't know how to do it, and he never has, and he never will. And we just have to kind of live with that.
No.
New manager's going to play Trent as a right back, like after Southgate.
As he should.
Trent might be at Real Madrid then. I don't know.
Big up Angel saying Southgate's England have been more successful than any England team for 50 plus years. We qualified top of the group. Southgate sees that as success regardless of the football. Obviously, he's saying he wants good football, and I think this is where you'll be grateful for anything. Once someone implants that kind of mentality within a nation, obviously England being the nation, within a nation or even a football club, once you implant that kind of mentality where it's like, well, I've done better than the last guys. Once you start doing stuff like that and you're trying to almost like point score in what you're doing, what you're achieving, it is almost what Enny said before, which is you slip into that mindset of, yeah, but you know what? I was kind of feeling like, you know what I mean? Like, let's cut him some slack because and then now you've seen after 3 games, that slack's gone now. You ain't cutting man no slack. These times, what he's done previously is still there. He's still got to the final of the Euros. He's still, I can't remember whether they come quarterfinal, losing out to France in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. All of these things are still there. They're all still there. They haven't changed. Nothing has changed other than the 3 games you've now watched of England. So when you fall into, I'm not even gonna say trap, but when you fall into just that mentality, and I think he's very good at doing it clearly because you've got people who are gonna turn around and tell you like, oh yeah, this is fine. Like, yeah, I mean, we've been shit. I'm just like, you got to understand, and I think it goes back to one thing, which is expectation, and En's obviously touched upon it there. You got to remember, England are not the best nation, and I said it. I don't even think they're the top 5 nation in the world. Like, I don't even think they're even close to that. So what is this expectation level that we have of England? Like, what do we think England should be? Really, they're probably achieving about as much as they should be achieving, which is you finish top of the group, you're stinky at football, and that's just it. You do what you need to do to be able to get through. I don't know what we think England should be doing as opposed to what they actually are doing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But obviously, we'll have to wait and see. Big up Honesty for the super chat, my bro. Much love. Question, and I'll pose this to everybody here. Would England beat Switzerland because they are also slept on? By the way, Granit Xhaka is having a very good tournament.
I think Switzerland. No, I think Switzerland beat England, in my opinion. I think they're just better at football. Simple as that, really.
Nah, what do you guys think?
No, 100%, bro. I think they smoke England as well. They've got a style of play, bro, and like what you said about Granit Xhaka as well in the midfield. You can see him there leading the players, as what K-Mac was alluding to in terms of we don't have the leaders around. You can see this man directing, pulling players where they need to go, pushing players where they need to go, just communicating in general. And we don't have that at the moment, bro. We've given our captaincy to a guy that's never won anything or ever led a team to anything, which doesn't even make sense to me, bro. Or we just giving it like you could allow him to play his football without giving him the armband. Has Harry Kane, like, question? I'll add to it, and then you guys can obviously answer the question from the super chat and then add to it. Do you guys think Harry Kane's been got worse since he's been the captain?
Yes.
Since he's been the
captain. Like,
for England, yeah, 100%. Yeah,
I think he's got worse. I don't even know if I just think he's got worse. Like, I'm just watching him and I'm just like, bro, what happened to the old Harry Kane? Like, it's like he can't move, bro. It's like he's got no energy all the time. He's always like sluggish around the pitch in the DM position. I'm just like, this ain't the same. I know he reminds me of.
You know, he reminds me of Harry Kane in the Champions League final when he got brought back from injury too.
Yeah, when he was injured. That's what I'm saying. He looks sluggish. Yeah. Just looks sluggish. I'm like, nah, man. This ain't the same
Liverpool.
Yeah.
But he's not doing that. He's not doing that Harry Kane thing. You know where he picks up free kicks, like high up the pitch and gets you up the pitch. He does that little touch and then gets fouled a lot. Like, he does it for England so well. He gets us so high up the pitch. Is why we scored so many set pieces, by the way, in other tournaments. He's not doing that. He's just not doing that at all. He's not getting a run on players. He's not getting past anyone. He's coming so deep. Like someone said, how's Harry Kane doing in his new midfield position? Like seriously.
It's funny though, and I don't want to touch on it too much because I think Enns, you mentioned that you might do a stream on this. If you looked at his stats, the narrative is, but this guy scored, I think he got 49 GA. And again, someone correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna say it's in and around. It was definitely over 45 GA that he got this season, right? If you watch Bayern Munich though this season, when you watch them play, I'm not saying, and I'm definitely not saying that he wasn't playing well in some games, because he did. He fully was playing very good, and we know that Harry Kane is a shooter. No one can deny that this brother can finish left foot, right foot, like he can do those kind of things. But when you watch some of the games that Harry Kane even scored in, yeah, some of those stats, it will make you think differently. If there was no, like, because context ain't going to be applied, you got 49 GA, you move on. It's a lot of GA as well, so fairs. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I'm not trying to criticize him for getting that amount of GA. Of course, if you get that amount of GA, clearly you're doing something right, you know, in some kind of regard. But if you just watched him at Bayern Munich, and I watched a few games of Bayern Munich last season, specifically at the beginning when he first joined, and I was just like, it doesn't seem like it almost seems like it can only be one or the other there at Bayern. Either he's going to do sick and score bare goals, but Sane, Gnabry, Coman, whoever, they're not going to have the greatest of seasons, because obviously he's going to take that kind of mantle, and he's not like old school Lewandowski where everyone can eat. Like with him, it's like, oh, I'm eating. Like if you guys are hungry, you're going to have to go get your own food. It seems like he had that kind of vibe when he was at Bayern Munich at the beginning of the season. And I just felt like it kind of panned that way throughout the whole season. So he would score goals. This guy's eating like a king. But look at the rest of them. These guys are all living off scraps. And it just didn't really feel right.
Bro, they didn't win the league. Is that an accident? I don't know. I know Bayern Leverkusen were unbelievable. I know they were unbelievable this season, but like for Bayern Munich not to win the league just after signing Harry Kane is a bit crazy, man. I don't know. Maybe there's some conversation. You can't really have the conversations though, like you were saying, because he scored 49 goals. So that's
he done his job, innit?
That's all they'll respond with. Like, bro scored 49 goals. What do you mean he's made them worse? It's a bit like people were saying that about Harden last season. But I just feel like Harry Kane, man, I don't know if he's made Bayern Munich better, in my opinion. I know he scored 49 goals. But Lewandowski was scoring a similar amount of goals, and they were winning leagues at the same time. So I don't know, man.
They look like a way better team with Lewandowski in there. But
they
again,
they almost finished third, by the way.
Yeah, they did, didn't it? Frankfurt, was it Frankfurt or someone?
Stuttgart were like a point behind them, I think.
Again, I'm not here to say it's the Harry Kane curse.
Wait, Bayern did finish third.
On that Stuttgart thing, I swear we got Endo from Stuttgart. What you saying? He left and they started doing up title challenges and that. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, they did.
Nah, but if he didn't save them the season before, they wouldn't have been able to.
I'm winding. I'm just joking.
No, they would have been relegated.
Big up, honesty again for the super chat, my bro. Come on, man. Much love and appreciation. Question: if you are Ivan Toney and Watkins seeing Kane stinking up the place, why can't they tell Southgate we are not here for a holiday?
Apparently, no, they did finish third. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
thought they were close. Yeah, they had.
No, I think Bayern finished third. I'm gonna double check now.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like Harry Kane stayed on the whole game yesterday. Yeah. Like why? Like what I don't get is like yesterday was a free hit. Like it was literally a free hit. Like Southgate could have played all the plays that we've all been whinging about, saying that he should play, and then if it was shit, he could have gone, you know what? I did what you told me. Like it didn't work. We still qualified. Okay, yeah, we're maybe going to get Germany or someone else now because we might have got beat. Well, we could have won 5-0, and then everyone could have been really rejoiceful, and there could have been like a bit of rest for some of those players. Because the biggest worry I've got now, and I've said this to a couple of people in my chat, is we're now going to overcook all our players, who are the only ones which have got the tournament experience, and are the only ones which have really got the kind of, I know it's got not great form, but they've got tournament form now. We're going to go into the knockouts and we're going to play them again, because we're not going to swap the team around. We haven't done any rotation. So you're going to bring all these other players in because the others are going to be cooked, or they're going to be injured, or they're going to have to come off because they can't keep up with the games because it's getting hotter. And we're at a situation where, Ivan Toney's going to come in cold, or Cole Palmer's going to come in cold, or Luke Shaw's going to come in cold. All these players are going to come in with no tournament experience into the knockouts. It can only go two ways. We can be really good and actually be really good with those players, or it could just be so disjointed and we're just going to carry on watching this. Like, that's the problem I've got now. And it's a big problem.
Nah, man, it's
all the
true.
Other teams have rotated. All the other teams have rotated off their squad. Like, we haven't even given another defender a go, or another striker a go. Like,
no, it's
Ollie
true.
Watkins had like 10 minutes. Like,
big up, honesty again for the super chat, my bro. Much love. You already know the vibes. Southgate got one tactic: score first, sit back, and that's it. Nothing else. And his subs are dead. They're two: Watkins, Tony, Joey G are there for a holiday. And I think that's kind of what K-Mac's kind of alluding to in terms of. I thought I kind of thought a similar thing in terms of it's kind of a free hit. You're already qualified. You're already through. Excuse me. You're already qualified. You're already through. You can try something a little bit different. You don't necessarily need to play the same players again. You could have started Cole Palmer instead, as an example. Anthony Gordon, maybe a Watkins, just to see maybe there's something that you've missed. Like, it's not even to like. What's the saying about cut off the hand or cut off the nose or whatever?
Cut your nose, bite your face.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Like, you bro, it's not that situation. Like, it's literally a free hit. You can, like, this is the one game that you can actually say, you know what? Let me just try and just see. Maybe there was something I've not noticed in training, and this combination just works. Because then moving forward, I can use this combination. I might not necessarily have to use it from the start, but I can maybe bring these guys on, and I know what's going to happen, give or take, with these kind of play. Like, you haven't tried anything. You know, again, like K-Mac was saying about, you haven't played another defender. What, Joey G can't get one game? Not even 10 minutes of this whole tournament. Like, seriously. Trippier's still playing. Walker plays the whole, like, is playing all the time. Really? Like, that's really where we've kind of come to. Like, we didn't need his pace, you know. I promise you, we didn't need that pace down that right side, because that's all he was going to offer us. Was he's mad fast, he's the quickest player probably in the team, so he's going to offer us that. We didn't need that. You could have played Trent, you could have played Konza. I don't even care at this point. Just do something different. Just do something different and allow for the team to be able to, you know, kind of potentially move on and develop. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. With Gareth Southgate. Just before I get Savage in the building, big up, bro. We'll do our kind of like, I guess, final thoughts. Guys, you will be redirected over to En's stream, which starts at 12:45. So make sure you guys, of course, stay locked in. I'll go around to everybody and get everyone's opinion on this. Guys, going into the next game, obviously the knockout stage, what do you think England needs to do just to get the ball rolling? At least England have scored 2 goals in this tournament. They've scored 2 goals yesterday.
Gakpo has the same amount.
Gakpo has the same amount. Yesterday, when I was watching when I was looking at the stats and stuff like that, their XG, and I know everyone, you know, I mean, we all love the XG thing, was lower in the second half than it was in the first. It was 0.2, 0.20 in the second half. In the first half, it was 0.6. Bro, you're getting under 1 expected goal.
Oh,
in the entirety of the game. Do you know how brazy that is?
I don't know about you guys, but like I said, after 20 minutes, I knew England. I was just like, England aren't scoring today. Like, England aren't scoring. You could just tell, like, they're not creating chances, and Harry Kane's playing as a DM, so no one's scoring it.
Do you know what? I'll give you my final thought, bro. I was just thinking about it while listening to everyone speak. Do you know what Southgate is doing? He's actually playing like it's a tournament. If you look at all the other countries, they're not necessarily playing like it's a tournament. They're like, we're on the world stage. Let's go out there and show the world what we're about. He's like, nah. Listen, we need to get this points here because if we get this points here, that means we're gonna go into this. We're gonna then do this. He's proper focusing on just tournament, how to get the result. Don't care how it comes about. We just need to get the draw. We need to get the win, and then so we can go into this side of the draw. People are like, oh, the players didn't know. I heard like who was in the commentary, like all them mugs I keep listening
Dixon,
to anyway.
Oh,
like they were just chatting shit. The players don't know if they. I'm like, bro, they know. They know if they get finished top, they're not gonna get these guys because I'm sure the draw happened before the tournament anyway. Because everyone knew, if you win your group, you're gonna be on this side. If you finish second, you're gonna be on this side, and which most of the teams are gonna be on. But he's actually just playing like it's a tournament, bro. I don't know whether you can knock it or not. Obviously, as a fan, you want to see good football, but he's like, nah. We need to get this amount of points. We get out the group. Then if we get out the group and we finish top, we're gonna be on this side of the draw. And then those teams, maybe we start playing a bit more expansive. I don't know. But he's literally playing like it's a tournament. The other countries ain't. They're just like, let's go out there and enjoy ourselves. Let's go on show. Let's go and entertain our fans.
Can I tell you something else as well? And Enny's spot on. There's another manager which is doing it exactly the same way. And that's the worry. And it's the French manager, Deschamps. He's doing exactly what Southgate does. They've literally scored one goal from open play, and it's a penalty. Like, they just don't concede.
With France, though, you can at least see a bit of intent, though. Like, they're attacking, they're trying to score goals.
It's the same scenario. They've got literally a and B team, which you think should win the World Cup. Like, with players-wise, like loads and loads of talent all over the park. And they are underachieving on the pitch. But they are still winning games and still getting through to knockout tournaments. And France will be in the final. I'm telling you, no matter how crap they played, France will be in the final. Like, it's just the way it is. Like, can I just give you some stats on Southgate's in this Euros, by the way, which is hilarious. We're ranked 20th in the Euros for shots. We've had nine shots on goal the whole tournament. Expected goals, we're ranked 21st with 0.75 XG. Touches in the opposition box, we're ranked 16th with 17.3. Shots faced, we're 4th, which is where ends comes in there. Shots faced, we're 4th out of the whole tournament. 4th place team in shots.
What do you expect, man, when we got all of our midfielders that want to come to the ball?
And this is the one which wins you the tournament. Expected goals against, we are first. We are top. Okay? We are the best at anyone being able to score. Like, we've had the least chances against us at 0.38. He's doing exactly what it says on the tin for a Southgate team.
But there's context.
He's doing exactly what gets you to a tournament final.
The team we played, though, we got to add context because France have played Netherlands. They played harder teams, so of course their certain stats might not look as good as England.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
When you're looking at the opposition, so I pinch of salt in it. But yeah, it's good to have that stat, obviously. But it's not like we're playing great opposition. We should have won all 3 games. I keep saying we. I'm just gonna stick with we in it.
Yeah, we, man, run it, bro. England, run it, bro.
We won. We should have won all 3 games if we're being honest before the tournament. I know we can say we finished top, so there's not too much to moan about. But the performances were bad, man. And stats I'm taking with a pinch of salt because, like I said, I personally believe we should have won all 3 of those games. But we'll see, man, how they move on in the groups in the knockout stages. Sorry, we'll see if they can perform better than that.
1-0.
I want to big up Steve, big up Savage, of course, obviously joining us at the end here, man. Savage, I want to get your kind of thoughts. Obviously, I see you in the comments and that a couple of bits and bobs that you've obviously said. In terms of, I agree with most of it, man. But for you, man, like, how do you look at, obviously, forgetting, obviously, like, listen, I don't really care, like, England do well, don't do well, whatever. It is what it is. But just looking at it just on the face of it, and obviously looking at the way that people are overreacting or underreacting, I don't know. How do you kind of see things, man?
Yeah, big up the chat. Big up everyone on the panel and that. AI Savage and that. Hey, Fever got me, like that. God save the Queen. But anyway. To be honest, bro, I'm pretty relaxed. I'm not relaxed about the performance. The performance is boring. But I feel like people who are going over the top are acting like they were born yesterday, bro. This is how England always play. What? Did no one see the warm-up games, bro?
Mm.
This is how we always play. Me, you, and Enzo in the back office watching the Iceland game. You went shot, bro, because you was bored.
yeah, for real.
And we lost. We lost one of those games. So for me, it's just following a regular pattern, bro. I think everyone made valid points. I think what came out saying about South is true, man. He's trying not to lose on it because he knows that not losing gives you more of a chance of winning the tournament, bro. Because even if you get the penalties or whatever, he can do that. And at the moment, he's only in the group stage, so yeah, to the stats, it don't make much sense because obviously we played against not very good teams apart from Denmark, and yeah, it's going into the next. Them stats get shattered real quick in round 16, bro. In one game, it could be over for you, bro, and then the stats don't mean anything. They are boring. Is it? I don't know if is it Southgate's last tournament or we all just saying this is last tournament.
Okay,
United.
Inshallah.
This is technically his deal ends at the end of this tournament.
That's kind of worrying because you like go out with a blaze on it. Like just go out and let the man them express themselves a little bit more. The players need to fix up a little bit though. I think the bigger disappointment from the fan base comes from, and I'm not one of them, because everyone is overrated and they just overrate England all the time. You know what I mean? This is a personality trait with our nation, bro. Never mind football, bro. Like everyone thinks England's better than everyone at everything, bro. And then it comes down to the nitty gritty, and you're like, yeah, these players that as soon as they have half a good season, they're world class all of a sudden. This is what you get, bro. They come into the tournament and then all use like with the Premier League is the greatest league and all our English players and that, bruv. I told man already, bruv. There ain't no world class English players, bruv. Maybe Kane, bruv. That's maybe. There's no world class English players, bruv. They've all had like decent seasons, and then everything else has been fugazi, bro. Seriously, I saw you've not watched the other players play, so you've assumed that they've been great, which are the ones who are outside of the league, the Premier League, and then the ones you've seen they've had like decent big spells, and you pick the best of a bad bunch. So Foden deserved getting the Premier League Player of the Season, but he wasn't great all season. But you know what I mean? After Christmas, he was great, but before that, he was kind of pants, bro. You know what I mean? Gordon done his thing for Newcastle throughout the season, but he's not even getting played. Watkins ain't getting played. Tony was on the William Hill band thing, so he ain't been playing anyway, bro. Rice ain't even playing where he plays for Arsenal, and now we're just trying to babysit Gray on some slave master thing. But like, let the black man. every time a man gets the ball, that is 1 yard away from him. But like, yo, you good? Let him live.
It's fine.
Saka's confused because he's looking for Ben White, and Ben White ain't here, bro.
Yeah,
he's so trained. Like, to be fair to Arteta, that's what Arteta and Guardiola does. That's why Man City and Arsenal players don't look good, bro. Because they're so well trained at what they know to do, the patterns of play. That Saka's like, yo, Ben White he's normally breathing down the wing for me now, giving me an option, and Odegaard's normally there. You know what I mean? Declan Rice normally knows what he's doing. Foden, he has a Man City team around him, bro. You know what I mean? And now we got this slow build up where everyone makes movement and then man just turns back. Everyone just keeps turning back, bro.
So
both
weird,
wings.
bro.
It's strange, bro. Everything's just over gas, bro. And to be honest, bro, like, I want England to win the tournament, innit? But I kind of half don't, because some people deserve darkness, bro. Because the overrating is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
it's madness. Oh, off what? We won a World Cup in '66, bro.
My mum wasn't even born, boy.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
Greece have won the Euros before us.
Bro, Greece, you know.
That's what I'm saying, man. And Southgate needs to have more about him. And you know what he didn't have in previous tournaments. Because people keep saying that the media's not getting on. The media are getting onto them, and they've been getting onto them and that. But when Southgate first came in, it was a revamp of the England squad, and it was all young guns, and he was obviously the under-21s manager before that. So the pressure had dropped off for England because, like, okay, we're off the back of all the Rooney and Gerrard and all that now. Let's bring this new. So the pressure is obviously going to build because they're all 5 years fucking older, bro. They should have more pressure, bro. They're not little kids anymore. When it was all like, when Shaw was, want to adopt Saka and rub his hair and all that. These weirdos, bro. It's fucking 6 years later, bro. It's completely different now, bro. They're grown men, and he didn't have any, like, not in a bad way, but he didn't really have the egos and the big personalities in his squad at the time then, because they were all kids, bro. They're looking up, Southgate is going to lead us to wherever, got us to, like, further in the tournaments. Now, you got what? You got Bellingham, who everyone say, and he's my guy, bro. But everyone's saying that he's like the best player in Spain. He's not even he's not the best Real Madrid player, bro. And that's my guy, bro. So they're all doing that because man ain't watching his games. Man ain't watching Kane play and just saw the goals and saying that he's the best player and that. People are making out like Foden's the best player. So you've just got all these egos around the squad now, and he's worried to drop them. When really, you play Bellingham in 4 different positions in one game, bro. Get him off the pitch. When have you ever seen Bellingham play right wing for Dortmund, for Birmingham? He was right wing, left wing, 6, 8, bruv. And obviously, and you got Kane playing in false 4 and that, bruv, winding man up. Gordon's on the bench. I'm just looking at the left side, like clearly Gordon's the answer to the left side. And then Walker, I told man every season he's gonna lose 5 games out of his legs, bro, because he's like a super athlete. He doesn't want to run past the halfway line, bro. He's playing now like Mbappe's on the left wing, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
I don't want to leave, man, and I don't want to leave, man, because I'm scared to. No, bruv. Saka needs you to make the run, bruv. He needs it. So obviously, then you get the little creative players, and that's why like it looks different when Palmer comes on. But he looks high as well. Everyone's overgassing Palmer because England's rubbish, bro. He didn't do anything, bruv. He didn't do anything, bro. Gordon played a bad boy ball into him. He had the little man played like he had Crocs on and that, and then tapped the ball to Oblak, bro. Nothing to do.
They all play like they've got Crocs on.
He cooked it. When he came on, he cooked. Bro, Gordon came on in the 87th minute, bro. Allow me, bro. You're taking the piss, bro. Man can wear the same kit next time and it won't smell, bro.
Yeah, facts.
What we doing here, bro? It's ridiculous. And then they just got Mandem on the bench that you don't want to use.
Bro, he doesn't.
You know, I saw Tony standing there. I'm like, bro, nothing in the legs, no dirt mark, nothing. Just
it's ridiculous.
Tony still had on the 3 quarters and that. Like
he
knew, had a fresh trim, bro.
He knew, bro. You're throwing your players under the bus as well, man. Like doing the Gallagher halftime thing, bro. Like let's be honest, Gallagher didn't do anything, bro. But he didn't do anything awful. He was just another one of the bad bunch.
Better than Brian Cristante. There you go.
Yes, so now all the eyes are on Gallagher, innit? Like, oh, you took Trent out already, so eyes are on him. Now you put Gallagher in, now the eyes are on him. And I'm like, bro, this is your problem. Just don't play any of them.
Sav, did you hear what they said in commentary as well? They was like, oh, well, Trent didn't work, Gallagher didn't work, so surely it should be Mainu now, and he has to play. Gary Neville, like, yeah. I'm like, bro, shut up, man.
And I didn't come to that conclusion before the tournament started.
That's craziness, bro.
He's doing it to send a message, though. That's why he came out with a comment and said that we ain't got a Calvin Phillips replacement in it. He's gonna keep on switching that.
Bro, if you're relying on Calvin Klein, Weight Watcher Phillips to win you a tournament,
I'm with what K-Mac said, isn't it? Because I'm an England fan. So if they end up stinking their way to the final, winning it, I'm gonna be happy. Bia's throwing new bank holiday and that waistcoat Wednesdays. I'm here for it still. You know what I mean?
I'm here for bank holidays.
But at the moment,
you don't wear a waistcoat anymore, man. Go back to the waistcoat.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's because he's got big head. Everybody thinks he's the man because he got to the final with no trophy and that. Runner up. Nah, man. I just want to see. Yeah, I mean, of course, I want to see good football, but for me, there's other games on in it, so I don't even care, bro. Like whatever.
So that's why I want them. I don't want England to win at the same time, bro, because I just need to see the world burn for a bit.
Yeah.
No, not my country, bro. No.
Scout's not English,
and you need to see the world burn on the easier route to the final. They said.
I do. I want to see it burn, bro. I want to see them and they suffer, bro.
England are playing like a National League side right now. They're playing like a fancy Scotland. Everybody wants to draw England.
Steve, you see what you said about Scotland? England are just better than Wales, bro. And that's how we should be treated. So we
really beat Gibraltar.
Yeah, that's how we should be treated going into these. People forget that we got relegated from the Nations League. Hungary mashed us up 4-0.
Hungary cooked us, bro. Differently in that.
We got relegated from a fake competition, bro, that they made up to be competitive, and then we couldn't be competitive, bro. This is like getting knocked out in the first round of the Conference League, bro. The made up trophy. Which we're not that good, bro. We're not that good, bro. It's fine, man. This is whatever, innit, bro.
You know what it is? People are confused in the Premier League. The Premier League being the best. I think it's a good argument. You can say that the Premier League is the best league in the world, but it's the best league because of the impulse. Like the best players in the Premier League.
For the marketing.
The marketing. But I'm saying the best players in the Premier League aren't English. Like I know Foden won.
Facts. Yeah,
Foden won the Player of the Year this year, but let's be honest, Rodri is the most important player at City. Like it's not Phil Foden. The best players in the Prem, and then after that, you probably say De Bruyne. He ain't English. Like best players in the Prem are not English, man. And once we learn to live with that, we'll understand that England aren't really that good. They're not really.
No, you're right, because if Arsenal had won the league, bro, they would have given it to an Arsenal player, bro.
I've got a different spin on that. the Premier League is the best league in the world because of the managers.
Yeah, that's the money though.
And none of them are English. I can tell you that.
Steve, you can answer this. Everyone will think that until you go and watch the other leagues properly, and then all of a sudden, it's because everyone's got an emotional attachment to the Premier League because you've got a team in the Premier League that you're emotionally attached to. Bro. You take that away and go and watch another league consistently, you'll realize very quick that hold on a minute, bro.
Yeah,
that's why everyone was baffled when Atalanta slapped Liverpool 3-0. You know, when you were so confused that you had to even just say, "Nah, Klopp shit." You know, like the diehard.
Just random
nah,
stuff.
Klopp shit. It was like,
the reason why I know you're 100% right because when Ends done the draw, I said before the draw, okay, I don't want Atalanta, bro. This is just kryptonite for the way we play football, bro.
Exactly.
It's madness,
your weaknesses there to exploit.
All the other countries don't overgas themselves, so they will be happy. You see how Slovenia celebrated like they won the World Cup yesterday. That's what happened. Like when I watched the England-Denmark game, and obviously my missus is Danish and that, bro. And she was like, she didn't get it, and she's like, I don't understand why all the England fans are like all in the jokes and that. Because in Denmark, these like partying, bro. Like, yeah, fuck it, bro. Got the point. It's because you set a standard, and it's a pretend standard, bro. Honestly, it's not a real standards. Which other team didn't Huddersfield win a league in the 60s, bro? That's the equivalent, bro, to Huddersfield. Huddersfield fans acting disappointed that they didn't win the Prem now. What are you talking about, you shit?
That was the last time Spurs won the English title in the 60s. Spurs.
You know what I'm saying,
bro? Before we head on out, and I want to get Steve, I'll quickly get your thoughts before we head on out of here. Again, honestly, much more than respect, bro. He's saying if you want to play Trent in midfield, have players that can run in behind. So even though I don't rate him, but Rashford would fit better in this system.
Real quick about Rashford, clearly he wasn't picked for the squad because he's probably got something going on outside of, I don't know what it is, but clearly he would have been picked for the squad if everything was cool on his end.
Does Rashford not have something going on? He's always got
that must be because
Rashford was
what's his name? What's his name from Manny and that? I see them lot.
Oh yeah, in the car and that.
Yeah, bro. Always got something going on, bro. If he's not feeding kids, he's breaking up with his missus, or he's shooting music video. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's been stinky,
bro. Like,
he's a goon, bro. Man, I have to chill with the goons and that. What you mean,
bro? Come on.
It's the one time Southgate tried to bring people on form in it, and Rashford, but then he brought Luke Shaw for some reason. But I get it, left side and that. But Rashford was trash all season. If that's the case, should have brought Sterling in as well. Because Sterling's always good for England.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. I was like, at least for England, these guys actually perform. So like the Harry Maguires, like the Luke Shaws, like I kind of get why you bring them now because I'm like, these guys will always perform for England and they do what you need them to actually do, but these other guys don't. Last one, do you guys see Italy stinking up their way to a final? Because that's their style, just win. But with England, you expect better because of the players. I'll throw that one to Steve.
Italy could because... Yeah, no, for me, Italy could because, number one, they have one of the players of the tournament, Donnarumma, who is on smoke right now and is when Italy are in the international tournaments. Obviously not the World Cup. We didn't qualify for that. But the last Euros, he was also the goalkeeper of the tournament, a top 3 player in that tournament. So you can rely on a Donnarumma. Chiesa just needs to pick up that form, and then that's an instant X factor. Scamacca and Retegui, you're not going to get goals out of them, but Italy, and when they won the Euros, didn't necessarily get mad goals out of Immobile and Belotti. They still have the midfield there. Once Calafiori, the thing is, Calafiori is suspended for the Switzerland game, but if they advance in that, so I worry about Italy when it comes to if they go 1-0 down. If they go 1-0 up against anyone, kind of trust them to keep that because of those, like a Donnarumma. They need to bench Di Lorenzo, though. He's been probably the worst right back in the tournament. That's the thing, though. So, and then DiMarco does have to pick up form. So, you can see a world where Italy kind of get it together because of those things. So, I think they could stink their way to a semifinal or a final. Yeah. So, be an interesting one.
Guys,
I think they'll lose. I think they'll lose. I think Calafiori is the heart of Italy. He's everything Italy do. Right
I actually don't think he is. I don't think he's actually been.
No, I think the heart is Donnarumma.
Yeah, but I think the
He brings the ball out from the back. He's
that's cute.
So much
That's good for, I guess, some of the. But I think that there has been a little bit of an over. I think Calafiori is a really good player, by the way. Like really, and I like him. I do think that again we're overstating how good that some of these players have actually been.
Because he's got long hair and a headband, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah, like I don't even feel like he's been the best. Like when I've watched Italy, I don't really look at Calafiori being the best player in that defense. Like I feel like
they're saying he's got aura, so you know what that means, bro.
Yeah, I know, and this is the problem. Everyone's got flipping aura.
Yeah, man,
or they're the next Maldini.
Yes, or they're the next Maldini. And the thing is, I even saw a picture on social media where they had it was like Calafiori, Maldini, Turlo, and someone else. Nesta might have been the other one because obviously they all had like the hair with the headband.
You know what I'm saying? The headband will trick man, bro.
Bro, trick man.
Bastoni, he's much closer to them.
Yeah, better than Zesty fan base.
Bastoni is actually a top. Like, realize Bastoni is playing as a right-sided centre back.
When he's a left in a 3 for
and he's
club.
a left in a 3. Like, are we even deep in what man's doing? Like, and people don't even rate. Like, people, we sit here and be like, oh yeah, like left footers can't do this. That, bro, he's doing it, and he's doing it absolutely.
Bastoni's been good, man. He just needs to put them headers on target, bro. But apart from that,
he does. Yeah,
he could have had 3 goals by now.
But yeah, man. Calafiori is good, man, but just let the man live on it and get better because the man is overgassing it, bro. No, you know these fan bases go, man. These man fancy him, bro. That's what it is, bro. Weird guys.
Well, we had it with Sabozalai, and now look, man.
I've seen somebody in one of the chats saying
Sabozalai's ugly, and I'm like, how's that work?
Nah, G, I've seen it in one of the chats though. I've seen it in one of the chats like, oh, if we get Calafiori at Liverpool, we're gonna look so good next season, bro. Sexy man in the get. That's a what?
Bro,
I'm all for it. I'm all for California.
Oh, that's the aura they're talking about. Well, leave me out of that, bro. I don't want none of that rainbow aura around me.
That's what aura means these days, bro. It means you're attractive, bro. Trust, I'm telling you, bro.
Meditation at half time. I'm all for it.
Oh, fucking hell. Big up Scrap. Overrating him because we're linked with him. That's all it is, and he won't even come.
Oh, Liverpool fan, if you don't go to Liverpool, they'll throw him under the bus next month, bro.
Oh, bro, I promise you, we're going to be calling, if he doesn't join anyway, we're going to be saying, bro, he's not even all that anyway, man.
You know what happens, bro? Andre went from being, Brazilian's best in that to the Trump of the favelas, bro.
That's an Andre,
bro. With Adriano and them, man, just chilling.
Yeah, man said, that favela walking, slipper walking you, bro. I don't even know. You know what I mean? They were talking about his moustache and he gets angry and that before. As soon as Liverpool weren't linked anymore, yeah, man, favelas, bro, gang member and that, bro, shit.
Bro, it's actually dumb, man. It's actually dumb. But guys, we're gonna leave it there. I probably will be back tomorrow. We'll talk a bit more about potentially Saka playing left back, and obviously more for England's problems, what they can do potentially to change things up. And I think today, and I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure this evening, England will find out who they play on the weekend.
Yeah,
because of today's fixture. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, after today's fixtures, we'll know. So we'll potentially take a look at their opponents on the weekend. Guys, head on over to my channel. The featured list, you'll find everybody who's on the page right now, on the show right now. You'll find all of their links in there. So make sure you guys head on over there. You will be redirected straight away to Enza's stream. We're going to talk Liverpool. So this one's going to be fun. This one's going to be fun. So I'll catch you guys over there in the next 2 minutes. Big up to everybody on the panel. Love for everybody joining in. Big up everybody in the chat as well. We'll catch you guys in a sec. Peace.
Peace.